A long time ago, in the village of Bagamoyo, Tanzania, there was a princess named Mwada, who was the first child of King Chimwana. Unlike her three younger sisters, Mwada was not married, but not because of her figure. Mwada had a beautiful shape and large hips, which attracted many men. However, her clothes revealed half of her private parts, which many villagers disapproved. The villagers began to sing mocking songs about her in secret, and her clothing became a topic of gossip everywhere. Some people said she had too few konga to cover her body, while others thought she was deliberately seeking attention from men. King Chimwana and his wife were worried about their daughter's behavior. Several times they tried to find her a husband through arranged means, but no one showed genuine interest. Mwada, on the other hand, knew that her way of dressing was not acceptable to many villagers, but she continued to dress that way because she felt confident and powerful in those clothes. She knew that marriage might not be an option for her if she didn't change, but she didn't want to force herself to be someone she wasn't. Mwada longed to be truly loved by someone who would accept her as she was. Although she was generally unhappy with her life, she found a little joy in dancing. The princess was an excellent dancer. Often, she would hide in her hut and start dancing to rhythms she created with her mouth. Whenever there was a celebration, Mwada would look for a private spot where she could hear the music clearly and dance freely. She hid because she didn't want anyone to mock her. At the end of another successful year, it was time for the annual celebration between 4 neighboring villages. As usual, everyone was very excited. Some couldn't wait to show off their best clothes. Others polished their dance moves and practiced tirelessly with their musical instruments, while others were eager to enjoy the various types of food that would be offered that day. Mwada, on the other hand, was only interested in finding a private spot where she could freely dance her dances. Eventually, she found a spot where she could hear the drums and flutes clearly. She then started dancing with a smile on her face. However, soon she heard the sound of drums getting louder, but she ignored it because she was immersed in her dancing. Suddenly, the celebration music stopped, but the sound of the drum continued. She turned quickly and saw a man playing the drum with a big smile on his face. The man stopped playing the drum and asked, "Why did you stop dancing?" Mwada started to run away quickly, and the man followed her. But because Mwada was confused, the man caught up with her. "Let me go," she said, out of breath. "Go find your entertainment somewhere else." The man looked at her with pity, wondering why she thought he was making fun of her. "I got lost trying to find the venue, and I was trying to find my way when I saw you dancing there, so I decided to help you with my drum," the man said. Mwada looked closely at the color of his clothes and realized he wasn't from her village. She thanked the man for playing the drum for her, then directed him to the market, but the man insisted that he would like to continue playing the drum for her, and without Mwada's permission, he started playing again, urging her to keep dancing. When Mwada saw that he had no plans to give up, she started making small hip movements to the beat of his drum. After a long time, Mwada stopped dancing. "Thank you, Mr. Drummer, I enjoyed it very much," she said. "My name is Wisu, not Mr. Drummer," he replied. Mwada told him her name, then said she had to go home, but Wisu urged her to come again the next day, and Mwada agreed. On her way home, she thought about the man, wondering why he was so kind to her, and even wanted to spend more time with her. Surely he wasn't attracted to her, she told herself. In Mwada's understanding, it wasn't common for a handsome man like him to be interested in her. All night she couldn't stop thinking about him, but she tried hard not to feel too happy. The next evening, Mwada prepared to go meet her new friend Wisu. When Wisu saw her, he was very happy, and Mwada was also happy to see him. They talked for a long time and got to know each other better. Then later, Wisu played the drum for Mwada to dance. Days turned into weeks, and they continued to meet at their spot. And for both of them, it was the best time of their day. Finally, Wisu told Mwada how he felt about her. Although Mwada felt that she loved him, she didn't want to rush into a conclusion, but she was very happy when he decided to speak openly because she felt the same way. "I can come with my people on the next market day to meet your parents," he said. So the plans began. Mwada quickly informed her parents that a man from a neighboring village would come to see them to ask for her hand in marriage. The king and queen were very happy. They never thought such a day would come. A few months after the plans began, a disease spread through all 4 villages and the surrounding areas. To prevent people from spreading the disease, each village closed its borders, and their rulers also ordered them to stay indoors. Mwada was very sad that her future husband could not see her every day as usual. To add to her misery, a few days after the borders were closed, Mwada contracted the disease, and for more than 3 months, she struggled to survive. The disease greatly affected her appetite, making it very difficult for her to finish even half a plate of food a day. As months went by, the healer found a cure, and people began to recover gradually. Mwada fully recovered, and the first thing she realized was how tired she was of her old clothes. She realized that it wasn't her clothes that gave her value, but herself and how she felt inside. She decided to change and start wearing clothes that covered her properly. Mwada decided she didn't need to show her private parts to feel beautiful and powerful. As time went on, Wisu returned to her village and was very happy to see Mwada with significant changes in her clothes and behavior. "I knew you were beautiful inside and out, Mwada," he said with a smile. They fell more and more in love, and eventually they got married. Mwada continued to wear respectable and modest clothes, and she learned that true beauty comes from within. She found true happiness in her marriage to Wisu, and they made their lives happy and full of love. The whole village learned that external beauty is not permanent, but good character and a pure heart can bring true happiness and love. Mwada and Wisu were examples of true love and respect for all, and their lives were happy and blessed.